Have you ever noticed how much of your life is shaped by what others think? From the way you dress, to the job you choose, even the smile you wear when you don't feel like smiling. We spend years trying to fit into boxes built by other people's opinions, parents, friends, society. But one day, if you're lucky, something inside you begins to whisper, whose life am I really living? Why a single comment can shake our confidence, or why we smile even when something inside us feels broken? It's not weakness. It's human nature. From childhood, we're wired to seek acceptance. Psychologists call this the need for belonging, a basic human drive. It kept our ancestors safe in tribes and groups. But in the modern world, this same instinct often turns into something else, a quiet prison of approval. That's where Raka's story begins. Raka was the kind of person everyone admired. Polite, kind, reliable. He was the friend who always showed up, the coworker who stayed late, the son who never said no. On the surface, he looked happy, but deep down, he was exhausted. He didn't realize it, but he was living what psychologists call people-pleasing behavior. It's when you sacrifice your own needs and feelings just to be accepted or avoid conflict. It often comes from childhood, from growing up hearing things like, be good, don't make people angry, or don't disappoint others. So we learn to suppress parts of ourselves just to feel loved. Raka lived like this for years, until one day he overheard two coworkers talking. One said, Raka's too soft. He never stands up for himself. It wasn't meant to be cruel, but those words hit him like lightning. He realized something powerful. No matter how hard he tried to please everyone, someone would still dislike him. And in that moment, he felt something break, and something else begin. That night, he wrote in his journal, if I'll be disliked anyway, I might as well be disliked for being myself. That's the first step of psychological freedom, self-differentiation, the ability to stay true to yourself even when others disapprove. It's not about rebellion. It's about emotional maturity. It means you understand that other people's opinions are reflections of them, not definitions of you. So Raka started small. He said no when he didn't have the energy. He stopped forcing smiles. He began to ask himself before each decision, is this what I want, or what others expect of me? At first, he felt guilt, because guilt often appears when we break old habits of self-sacrifice. But psychologists explain that guilt isn't always a sign you're wrong. Sometimes it's a sign you're growing. You're rewiring your brain to prioritize self-respect over social approval. And yes, some people pulled away. They said he had changed. They were right. He was no longer performing the version of himself others liked. He was becoming authentic. Here's the truth. When you stop trying to be liked by everyone, you start attracting people who actually connect with your real self. Psychologists call this authentic living. It's one of the strongest predictors of long-term happiness and mental health. Because constantly seeking validation activates the brain's stress system. Every time you worry about what others think, your brain releases cortisol, the stress hormone. But when you act in alignment with your own values, your brain releases dopamine and serotonin, the chemicals of peace, confidence, and self-worth. In other words, living for yourself is not selfish. It's psychologically healthy. Months passed, and Raka found something he hadn't felt in years. Silence inside his mind. The endless noise of what will they think faded away. He still helped people, but now, out of love, not fear. He still cared, but no longer at the cost of his peace. And here's the irony. The right people stayed. Those who loved him for his honesty, not his obedience. He lost the approval of some, but gained the respect of himself. To live for yourself doesn't mean to stop caring about others. It means to stop betraying yourself for others. It means realizing that inner peace comes not from being liked by everyone, but from being honest with yourself. The courage to be disliked is not arrogance, it's emotional freedom. It's choosing truth over perfection, authenticity over applause. So, if you ever feel torn between being liked and being real, remember this: you will never be too much for the right people, and you will never be enough for the wrong ones. So live, truly live, for yourself, because that's the life that finally feels like yours.